Welcome to Video Game Update. I'm AJ,
I'm Andrew.
and this is a new sort of thing we're putting on the show. We're going to do a 45-minute long show. And since we had trouble last time with our callers, so we're going to ask you, and we will have a time at the end for you to say anything. But till then, please just have. If you have a comment, please just comment on the game that we are doing because we won't have that much time until the end. All right.
Yes.
So we'll be on standby. So if you have any comments of the game, just text us at. I forgot the number.
Oh, you forgot the number. Well, that's just great. Are you sure?
Hang on, it will show up on the screen in about a couple minutes. There we go.
Oh, that
Just
beautiful
text
thing.
that number down below, and we will see it, and we'll get back and we'll get to you. All right. So let's go to our first game. Our first game is Reckoning. Most people don't know this game because it wasn't that popular, but I feel it should have been popular. For anyone that doesn't know, Reckoning is another story. First person story RPG where you get to pretty much be this character that gets resurrected from the dead, and first one out of many experiments, and you can collect weapons. It's pretty much like Skyrim, but maybe a little less choices. But I feel that it's a game that should have been noticed. What do you think, Andrew?
Well, I don't really know much about this game, but based on what I've seen and what I've read, it seems like it's mostly like a Skyrim game, which is good. But it seems like maybe the game doesn't have as much as Skyrim, and maybe that's what it kind of went short on, is that it could have delivered more, but it seems like maybe people didn't have enough time, or maybe they didn't have enough money to fully develop the game.
When I first started the Reckoning, though, I did it and I said, okay, I'm only gonna play this for like maybe a couple hours. But then all of a sudden, I started playing it like, I mean, I didn't say it for a couple hours. I said like maybe a couple minutes, and um, then I just felt like, oh my god, this game is so hooking me on, and I just want to keep playing it over and over and over again. In this game, also you have very simple controls. Uh, I feel it's easier than Skyrim sometimes at some points because it's like two buttons that you really have to hit to attack. What do you feel on the subject if with the two buttons?
Well, I think that's kind of nice for like a new gamer because it's a little bit easier to get a grasp on the controls, and anyone that may not have as much battle experience, or someone who doesn't actually or isn't actually very good at like
Mm.
like open world battles, like in Zelda that we talked about recently, how like the fighting is more open world, where in this game it seems like it's more smaller, which allows you to really get good viewing angles, and also gives you good battle
Oh, one thing I
scenes.
forgot to mention about this game, you have the superpower that you can change fate. You can change the future with one thing. And I feel when you get that energy and you actually use it, I feel that it's really helpful. I mean, do you feel that the fate should have been in there at all in the game?
I feel like that's kind of a cool thing. I've never really seen something like that in the game. I don't think. I mean, I might have and just overlooked it, for all I know.
Hmm. So also, I feel that game has many different. I like how you can create your own character and have it be your own name. Uh, what do you feel about like creating your own character or having just a default character for you to use?
I like being able to customize my characters because I feel like they're a little bit more like my style. So
Mm.
I feel like I'm more inside the game than the character.
I mean, the reason why I like creating my character in RPG games, especially, because then I can pick my person how I would react if I was in their shoes.
Yes.
So that's what we're gonna talk about for Reckoning right now. So we're gonna go to our movie game trailer. Our movie game trailer this week is Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and that is pretty much Marvel vs. Capcom 4. For people that don't know, Marvel vs. Capcom is a list of games where I mean, not a list of games. It's like a list of characters from Marvel and Capcom, like Street Fighter or just normal Marvel people that you read in comics that will fight and compete against each other. And I feel that's like amazing, and how they did it with Street Fighter, like sort of inventing in Street Fighter. Do you feel that, Andrew, that with how much they have put into how many games they've had of this, do you think it's too much?
Well, I think that you can never really have enough games because it kind of a lot. I think you can never have enough games because different genres and stuff. But I feel like that these two companies have been fighting for a while. Especially with big corporations, they seem to be fighting, and they seem to almost want to outdo each other with their stuff. Like one company comes out with one game, then the next comes out with a game that's like a little bit better.
No, that's not what this is, though. Marvel vs. Capcom is one game, and they have the characters from each one fighting against each other
Oh my.
in a Street Fighter sort of style.
Oh, so this is a co-op? Not really. Oh.
Like-
Oops.
Like, have you ever been to an arcade where they have this one game where you get to pick all your characters, and there's one person playing on one side, another person playing on the other side?
I mean, like co-op?
No, competing against each other, trying to knock each other's health down.
No. I usually like co-op because teamwork. But yeah.
Someone didn't do his research.
Oh, don't go down that road, buddy.
Okay, co-host. So anyway,
Co-host.
anyway, we gotta keep on topic here. So since I'm gonna go a little easier, last game was Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and I think it was amazing that they put some of the older people in, like Dante from Devil May Cry, and I'm a huge Devil May Cry fan. I played all three of the originals. And speaking of Devil May Cry, I want to go over to the third one, where they restart everything. And they have pretty much Dante and Virgil's story from the beginning. And if you get the special edition, you can play as Virgil. So, Andrew, enlighten us about this game. Oh, okay, fine then. I'll enlighten.
Okay. Fine. Just reach out and grab the wrong rug from underneath me. Just yank. No, don't just yank. Just strap a booster to it and just. Poof.
All right, then you want to introduce this game then?
No, I think you can do it. You're greater at this stuff, host.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so for people that don't know, Devil May Cry 3 is pretty much this game where you play as this son of Spartan. Spartan is the lead, pretty much the demon of the underworld, the king, and he dies. So then he's left with his two sons, Virgil and Dante. Virgil decides that he wants to fulfill his father's legacy and torture the human realm, and Dante decides that he wants to defend humans, and so they're at a constant battle on who would win. And not to get mistake with the new video game, well, the remix of it, because the remix just destroyed Dante completely. And I mean completely. I mean,
This game sounds a lot darker
oh,
than
no.
I first thought.
It's just that in the newer game, I feel when they try doing some remixes, they completely destroy your old favorite character. Because
yeah, I can get that.
Dante was pretty much in the games this sort of BA type of guy. He never did, like, he wasn't total gangster. He was like complete, like, joke a lot. He was running his own shop and he joked. He wasn't gangster. He wasn't like a scum. And I feel that's what they did in the newer Devil May Cry remix. What do you feel about those remixes, like when they do that?
Well, I think that they're trying to make a different type of game instead of the same type of game. Because it is, in fact, a remix. So it's not the same game.
Yeah, I mean, when they change the character. When they completely change the character. Because I heard you say that you've seen them before you've seen before people actually have remixed your whole game and they changed your character completely and you didn't like how they changed?
Well, I haven't had an experience like that, but I have seen some games where they change characters so much that I realize that it's not really much of a remix. It's more of like a direct type of thing, which is really bad. But I don't find it really, really bad. I mean, it's
Okay. So with Devil May Cry, I feel that it's another game sucker. It gets you in for a long time.
well, that's what games are kind of designed to do. Is kind of to yank you in and keep you in the bubble of the game until, well, the end. That's kind of what. In fact, I've seen something recently where I was talking about brain hacking, which is basically where coders specifically input things in games to specifically make it so that you want to play more. Like little rewards every so often that make you be like, yay, I want to play more.
So I've heard rumors going around that they're thinking about making another Devil May Cry game. Is that true?
Well, it's not really much of a new game. People are rumoring that they're actually going to take all the new games and kind of make them into HD and kind of like improve the quality and the graphics like the older games.
So they just want to pretty much remix it like they want to remix it sort of like when you get an old game on the PS2 and just want to like bring it to the next system.
Yes. Kind of like that. They kind of want to make it one more, they probably want to just upgrade the graphics. They probably want to, upgrade probably the controls maybe for the newer like controllers and probably make it more fluent in the way that the camera moves and stuff like that, and probably upgrade the stuff the items to a newer type of quality so that you can actually see the glory of your weapons.
So let's go to our next topic, and I also wanted to talk about Super Mario Kart and how that's still, if you look at it, it's still going for the normal Wii, a 30 like almost $40 thing. Do you feel like that's outrageous after being like on the store for 10 years?
Well, it is kind of like an original, but I feel like maybe that may be too much. I mean, almost like $40, $30 for one game. I think that after a while they have to drop the price. Like I've seen some big games, and I'm like, okay, you up the price for the beginning. I understand you want to make your money. It's a new game. Everyone's gonna play it, and they'll pay the money. But after like a few years, it's like drop the price. Let people that haven't played the game but maybe want to let them play the game without having to pay billions of dollars.
But
to
it's not
get the
billions.
game.
I feel like, but it's 40. It's like 40.
I mean, that's still expensive
Yeah,
for a game. It's
it's
like
not.
drop the price to 20.
Yeah, but I remember it when it was like 50 for that, and I was expecting that since now the Wii is demolished and it's more towards the Wii U now. Yeah,
The
because they
Wii
have,
is still my fave.
yes, but they've destroyed advertising for the Wii completely, and I
Yeah.
feel that it just destroyed. It just like
Yeah,
and they
in
still don't
fact,
go.
something recently that a few people may want to know is that on some Wii consoles they cut the Wi-Fi because they wanted to take off the servers and give them to the newer consoles,
Yes.
which I thought was insane because like, well, now any like online stuff that I had is now gone. Any money that you may have spent on like some online stuff is now gone. And you no longer get as many features with some games. Like I used to love going onto the weather app on my Wii currently. Well, I mean, of course I don't use my Wii as much now, but like originally I used to use my weather app a lot and now I can't.
Mm.
Or my news app, which my dad used a little bit, but not much cuz he's not much of a gamer, but
So
still.
what can you tell us more about um the Mario Kart?
Well, Mario Kart has over 30 million players in its franchise, over 30 million buyers and people who have actually like dedicated their time to actually becoming a user of this, which is pretty insane, especially for a game that wasn't exactly HD during its time, but it was still really incredible for its time. I mean, the physics and the way that the cars work was something revolutionary during its time, and it's just never really changed from all these years, which I
S-
think they should. I mean,
I
maybe add
mean,
some
yeah, but
characters or change
I
something.
feel with changing, I feel that I lose a lot of fans because most people play the Mario Kart for the original game, and they just want to have it sort of um, more helpful, more towards geared towards the people that love the game. And I feel, I mean, me and you, I know we talked a little bit, I think 2 weeks ago, on how we didn't like the Mario franchise because we think it's overgrown,
Yeah,
and
it's overgrown.
it's been like almost the same games.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
feel,
I think that the newer ones are changing, which is for the better, because like in the eighth one, they actually made it for like gravity has an effect on
yeah, but
stuff,
I
which
was
was kind of
saying
cool.
that I feel that Mario Kart is like completely out of that franchise completely and decimately because it's like I feel like it's a complete different game and it's not like the simple, stuff that keeps going on and on and on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can understand your point of view.
I mean, it's just that it's different than most other Mario games. I mean, some of the Mario games that I will play still, but I mean, I've sort of lost interest because of how much it's been going on with the same thing.
Yeah, I think that that's something that, well, I mean, you have to take into consideration that they may still want to make their money off of
Yeah.
this, and that it's still a big franchise, even though it's overgrown, and they really need to probably update it. Like, they need to find a new idea. Like, they're doing the same Mario Kart. They've done the same Mario Party. Come on, give us something new to work
I
with.
mean, Mario Party I can get, but I don't
Mario
think.
Party's okay.
Yeah,
Like,
but I don't think they should really change uh, Mario Kart because Mario Kart is a phenomenal game, and it's a game where you can bring your whole family together and play for hours. I mean, I know there's family time for games some people have and stuff like that, and I feel that it's just a phenomenal game to like have time with your family. I do want to remind you if there's any topics that interest you while we are talking about it, please just don't bother and text us at 978-293. I'm probably saying this wrong. I can't say it too well. But just look.
978-293-5199.
Okay. But
Sorry, the vision be good.
but just text us anything. We will start talking about it in uh, anything that you think about this topic. We'd love to know your information, and if you want to enlighten us a little bit, just go ahead, text that number, and we will immediately get to you on that answer.
Yes.
And we are approaching our last topic that I think we might spend a little more time, maybe like a couple minutes, and then we will go straight to the complete people. If you want to, say anything, and text anything, and it's Hooked. It is now the most. It's the second most game played. Well, the second most downloaded game on the iTunes Store, and I don't know about this game. I mean, well, this thing. What is it, Andrew?
Well, Hooked, by what I found out, is kind of like a creepy story type of thing where they give you like text messages and photos to kind of like tell a story. And it's kind of creepy and like a mystery kind of thriller type game, which kind of like keeps you on the edge of the seat. Like you get a text message and then you're like, oh my god, what happens next? And then it kind of reels you in with mystery and suspense.
I've always wondered, with this, how the story. I mean, I downloaded it at one point because it kept adding, and I was going like, okay, I'm finally done. I'll just see what it is like. And I did it, and I was immediately hooked after the first couple seconds. I mean, after a couple texts, you're pressing the button, you're seeing what's happening next, and it's in the form of text, so it's a short story. And then if you have free, you get a certain amount of lives, sort of, where you get to see only a couple. You only get to do a couple clicks. How much is it though to get a member?
Well, you can do 2.99 weekly. You can do $7.99 monthly, or you can just pay out for a year, which is around $39.99 or 40 if you really want to round it.
Mm.
Which I think, I mean, unless I haven't really played it myself, but based on the content and how much there is there, I don't really know if it's worth paying
Mm.
per se.
I feel like it's like one of those things that when you're in your spare time, you just want to chillax. You're bored, and you have nothing else to do. It's something to read. If you don't have like the actual time to read, I feel also though it's better to also have that because the free. If anyone you just decide to download it, the free might be better because then you're left on a suspension, and then you gotta wait a little while to your next part of the story.
Yeah, that could be a little annoying, especially for someone who just got like a really important part of the story, and you're like, oh my god, I need to know the next part. But I mean, it's just a game in a sense, and I don't really know if it's really worth that much. And like, how much content is there in this game?
There's like a bunch of different stories that are going on. Um, it's like I think there's like 60, 70 stories that are happening, and it's like and I'm pretty sure they're created by users. Yeah, there's a lot of
Okay.
stories that you can just pick.
Gonna admit that's a lot. And do they update said app?
Yes, they do. They do it a lot of times. I had to delete it sadly for my space because I was running low on space. But that was a game. Oh, that was a thing that was like really, really hard to get rid of. Not like a virus or anything. It's just that it was so good and I enjoyed it so much. This is more um apparent adversary sort of here because this game I will tell you right now is extremely graphic and extremely like horrific. I think
Horrific.
horrific. Sorry, I'm awful.
Use your English
I don't
words.
speak English, but anyway.
Und now Felice.
Well, that's another topic. But I feel that this game is best to know with a parent because this game, like we said, is very, very horror type. And if you're not into horror, don't download the game. So that was the end of our topics. Oh wait, there was one more thing. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. There has not been a release date, but we do know that it will be out in 2017. All right. So now this is the time where you take the time and you text us, and we text or email, and we answer. And we answer any question you want.
You know, I think the
About video
problem
games.
is that we've done it for 3:30 for so much that people don't realize we're going right now, and they're
Well,
just
it's
waiting for 3:30, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna tune in at 3:30, and no one's watching. Well, some people are watching.
Well,
but-
then show us you're watching. We will be sitting here
Ooh,
waiting. Oh, someone's already
a
texted.
similar mobile game are Lifeline Games. Ah, yes, Hooked. Lifeline Games, which make also type of horror story-based games, from what I've heard. Yay, our first
So,
texter.
um,
Texting. Plural.
I mean, it's like. Wait, so Texter, are you saying that? Are you talking still about Hook, or are you completely talking about a different game?
I think they're talking about like a similar like mobile game like company that develops games like this is Lifeline Games, I think. I may be wrong. This may be just like a not a company, but like an actual game that's just called Lifeline Games or something. I don't really know.
You can respond and tell us.
But I would like to go back to some of the ones that we've like
Didn't get
missed-
to last
didn't
episode.
get to last time. Like any thoughts on Horizon Zero Dawn, which is the new
Um,
game that came out ish.
I don't know what I think of Horizon Zero Dawn. I mean, I've heard about it, but I haven't really like fully. I'm gonna check it out. Just give me a second, because I've been wanting to check it out, but I haven't really started.
Ooh. Okay, got it. Not horror, more like a choose your own adventure game.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. This is interesting.
So, So you're talking about Hooked? I'm guessing, or I don't know.
I think they're talking about like Lifeline Games is like a game where you're able to create your own adventure game.
Okay.
kind of, in a sense.
Well,
I'm guessing.
I
Hoping.
feel that would be a good idea. I mean, or good because I'd feel that it would be.
Oh, new one. The Lifeline games are a series of apps. Oh,
Okay,
okay.
okay. Now
So
that
this-
makes sense.
that
So
makes a lot more
that
sense.
makes a lot more sense. All right. So, like I was saying, I feel that would be an amazing task for story writers. But I don't know about people that aren't story writers because with Hooked, like we were saying, Hooked has a large amount of people talking and a lot of books that are user created or other created.
Oh, okay. Here, a new. Wow, this is really exploding. Horizon Zero Dawn opens world Skyrim like an Assassin's Creed Far Cry Primal style game.
So
First thing I must say, commas are your friend.
never say that again. So what I'm
Sorry,
looking
my
at,
English is hurting.
Horizon Zero Dawn is like a Skyrim game, and it's rated RP. It's for the PS4, so good job. And it released recently. It's a recent new
Ooh,
game.
Okay.
Just let me look more on it.
Well, he does that. Anyone want to say anything? Oh, here we go. Some more things. Here we go. The story is already created and you just play through it. Oh, okay. So, like, your decisions impact the story itself? I'm guessing? Okay, here we go. No, they aren't. They are not my friend. Thank you for that tidbit. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Here we go. More stuff. Yes. Oh. Okay. So it is like your choices have impacts on the game itself. Like one of those games.
Oh, so I played a game sort of like that. What was it called?
Yeah. There's
Where
like.
the girl can turn back time.
Oh yeah, that game.
Life is Strange.
Life is Strange. Oh, that's a good game.
That's an M game, but it was extremely good.
It is good. I haven't played it, but I've seen people play it. It looks super good.
But to go on to that person's topic, if you want us to say your name, just text us your name when you text it.
if you want to,
If you want to, you don't have to. No, you don't have to.
If you
just
wanna get
we won't say your
mentioned-
number. We won't say anything.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
if you want to say it. But,
Privacy is our utmost concern.
Anyways, yeah, I like those games. I like where it randomly selects and it might just change everything in one thing, like your whole decisions. What do you feel about those games, Andrew?
I feel that those games are kind of cool because it kind of like shapes the world around you, and it kind of feels like it's not just someone programmed this game to be specific. It's kind of like your game in a sense, which is kind of cool, which I've really grown to love because they have some really nice games.
So, what I'm reading of Horizon Zero Dawn is pretty much like they said. It's a Skyrim RPG where it's open world and it's pretty much more electronics. It looks like because
Yes.
because of how these like
Civilization.
dragons and stuff look like. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
It's inspirations. It's on sleeves. It's like one of the most popular franchises now in 2017, and I feel that with these types of games, it's like one of those games you want to spend your time on all the time. I mean, it's like one of those hooks, like we've been talking about this most thing. It's not,
Lifeline by 3 Minute Games LLC, App Store. Open the App Store. Why not? Let me look at this. game.
but do you like those games, Andrew, where you can?
I like those games because it kind of shapes it around you, and it. Oh. Sorry if that hurt anyone. The first in a series of groundbreaking text adventures, Lifeline keeps us in suspense the whole time.
Yeah, robotic
The
animals.
next message from marooned astronaut Taylor. Oh, so it's kind of like an astronaut that gets stuck, and he's telling us his story in like.
And then you decide his story. That sounds pretty interesting.
Ooh.
Because then anything could happen,
Ooh.
but I'm guessing he won't be
Ooh.
dead and anything
Ooh.
because then it would spoil the whole thing, and then he wouldn't be allowed to talk about it. For people that don't know, that's $1.99 to pay for. Um, and what we are reading right now, it looks really, really intriguing.
Mm.
But I don't know. I mean, unless I've played the game, I wouldn't like extremely like.
And based off of this, there are around 4 games: Lifeline, Whiteout, some game, the regular Lifeline. So it seems like there's a few like different Lifelines. There's Lifeline Whiteout, Lifeline, Lifeline 2, and Lifeline Silent Night.
I mean,
So there
for
are 4
me, I'd
games.
rather like a demo first, so I know what the game's about, and I feel that without a demo, I don't know what the game is, so I won't pay for it. Do you feel like each game, when they bring out a new game, they should have like a pay for thing sign?
I think there should be like a
Demo.
demo type thing, so then you'd be able to like get a grasp of the game. But I don't feel like they should give you the game entirely.
Yeah, no,
because-
no, but just give you like the gist and like maybe the beginning, and then leave you on a cliffhanger. So then you go like, oh, okay, I want to buy this game. But I've heard that some people hate demos because then they actually think it's the real thing without even reading it.
Well, so here we go. A new text from someone. Has any one of you ever played a game with the butterfly effect to affect your world? You know, like when a smaller action can lead to colossal change.
Yes, yes.
Life
Life
is
is
Strange
Strange.
is definitely
Oh
one.
my God! There's been
Uh,
so many choices in that game
that lead
will
to
change.
such direct
Yeah.
changes.
There's also I know people are gonna fight with me about this. I'm not gonna hear the end of it for
Oh.
weeks, but
Okay.
Skyrim does it. Skyrim does it in the littlest spots, and no one knows about it. Like it's actually more in your race. It's all who you choose at the beginning, because with some of the races you cannot get the same stories. Say you become a
If you,
cat. One of those
oh
cats.
God.
Everyone hates those. No, an orc. Sorry, an orc. Everyone hates the orcs. So you probably won't get much missions as much other people will do. And I feel
Yeah.
that has a huge butterfly
If
effect.
that's interesting, try Life is Strange. Hello.
Okay, please
where-
listen
no-
to
no-
us
no-
when
no-
we are
no-
saying
no
life
offense-
is strange.
No
is what
offense,
we're
but
talking
where have
about.
you been for like the past moments that we? Okay,
Like 20 minutes?
takes place in present times. Basically, you could die 400 different ways from only a couple of choices.
Life is strange. You still talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, I like Life is Strange. I got to play. Got to like chapter something.
Okay.
Like I think chapter
Life
6.
Life is Strange is great.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I don't like about Life is Strange. I'm not gonna sound.
Perfect timing. I said it before you guys did so. ...
The only thing I don't like about Life is Strange. It's more of the video games now. I'm not trying to be. I feel like I like how they have the girls as leads, but I feel like they have too much of it. I mean,
well, I think that's because of racism and how many people.
not racism, sexist.
Yes.
But no, I mean it's
because I think that people are complaining that too many games are focused solely around men. So that's why they're doing this. Is that they're overloading it.
I
so that
feel
it's,
though
you
they
know,
should give the choice because
Less.
I feel they should give you a choice between those two. They should maybe instead of just having a girl, maybe give us a choice between a guy and a girl, maybe, because then you get to have like Life is Strange. If we had a guy being the person, being Chloe, that would have been flipping a not. In my opinion, that would have been amazing, because then you get to pretty much make your own decisions and not think. Like I said, I like creating my characters if I'm doing a story like that, and I like creating my characters, and I like because then I can give them my name, and then I can talk, pretty much have the other people talking, and I can think, okay, they're talking to me, and not this character they made.
Yeah, that's why I like VR games because you are actually there. Most publishers tried to get don't nod to change at least one of the characters. don't know how to change.
Yeah, most games now do try changing the characters, but it's very little of the games. Most of the games I've played recently have been only for I mean not I mean they've been trying to have more girls as the lead than guys. I mean I can get that, but I don't know how I completely feel about it. I mean, I'm not trying to sound sexist here or anything. I like the girls being the lead, but I just don't know. I feel like it maybe be a little bit of an overload in how much they've done it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound sexist at all. But I understand where you're coming from. Okay, let's see. Only Square Enix let them do it as they wanted to do it.
Yeah, oh, yeah, Square X is one of the companies that has been doing it a lot lately.
Oh, okay.
Except Kingdom Hearts, I feel like they've been trying to gear it towards Kyrie, but it's not working. They've been trying to add Kyrie in more to Kingdom Hearts, but Square X, I feel, is like one of the best gaming systems ever, like in the whole world, because they brought us Life is Strange, they brought us all the Tomb Raiders, they brought us all the Kingdom Hearts, and all those games, each one of them have been phenomenal in their own way. And I feel like it's one of the best. Do you feel the same way, Andrew?
Well, I've seen a lot of these games, and they are super good. Though I feel like the 100% like completions of them is a little hard. Other than that, I absolutely love the Square NX, Enix, and NX.
Just stop, please, just stop. Just
I'm
stop.
sorry, it's ENIX. It doesn't exactly sound English.
NX.
NX, NX. But there's no. But
Andrew, just stop.
okay. Sorry. I just made him rage. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I always question.
Continue your topic.
Okay. Okay. Well, I like these games. I like. I like the games because they're good games, and the games are good because they make good stuff happen.
So we're starting to run low on time. I mean, we got maybe
Square
7 minutes.
NX
Wait.
games,
Wait. Let me finish. We got 7 minutes, and there is something I will guarantee you guys for next week's show. Since we have been talking so much, well, like basically going a little over Life is Strange, I want that to be one of our topics. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna be in.
I don't
next
have a
week,
pen
so
on me.
tune in next week. But anyways, what's the text say?
Square Enix publishes games. They don't create them. Thank you for using the comma. I'm sorry.
That's not what I'm saying. It's just that no, it's not.
Commas
it's
help.
not just publishing. They do. I feel no because they've done it for. I feel that it's more than just publishing. They do. I feel they add stuff and change things in the game. I mean, they've done a lot, and I mean they also noticed the good games out of like Japanese from Japanese and from Japan. Sorry, from Japan. And
Yeah, didn't just insult like.
Stop.
Didn't just insult
Stop.
about a billion people.
I wanted to go over that, skim by it. Now you just make a big thing about it. Anyway,
It's kind of hard.
Anyway, I like what they do, and they make publish great games, and I love each one of them they do.
They're mainly publishers. Do your job. That's their job. I was about to say do your job because I thought of Bill Belichick and I'm like, do your job.
Water.
No, they're mainly publishers. That's their job. Okay, that's their job. Okay. So they're just like a publishing company.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, but they also cut out the scenes. Like, there's been some games they've played. There's some games they've made out like, Kingdom Hearts, the new Kingdom Hearts game. Not new Kingdom Hearts, but one of the Kingdom Hearts game. Japanese, in Japan, just in Japan. Sorry for anyone if I have offended you. I am really sorry if I have. But anyway, in Japan, they are really, really less on their ratings. there's been games where like Kingdom Hearts, they'll drop the F bomb, they'll drop the S bomb over and over, and it's
They'll
rated
just
T.
say bad words.
And and they actually snuck it by Square Enix at one point. And I think 1 point something. Where lead character, well not a lead villain, died, and um and in that scene something else happens. So Sora says, "What the?" right on the thing.
Right the heck.
No, he says.
I know,
"What
but I'm trying to make
WTF?"
it more.
He says it's extremely WTF, and I feel that. Do you feel like that's an underhanded move what they did there?
I mean, if they snuck it by the publishers, then that's kind of, cruel and, a misuse of trust.
But I mean, I don't think they really snuck it by, but they sort of blended it in there, so they had to use that. And I feel that it was genius and extremely smart, because myself, I was waiting for Sora to finally swear at one of these guys because they were really ticking me off.
Okay.
What, you thought I was gonna swear on TV? No.
No.
But do you feel that that was like a smart move?
Well, I think that based on what you've said, that it really needed to happen at some point, because it just did.
Just did. That's a great answer.
My English is on fleek today.
So we're almost out of time. We have 3 minutes left, but
3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
3:43, buddy.
Oh, we got 2 minutes then.
What?
We ended 45 today.
Oh.
I don't know how many times I told you that promo, but anyways, for those 3 minutes, please text us. Please, 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 please. Someone new. I mean, we will take the other people the two other people that have been texting us.
Against the 2 other people. Someone new, please. No,
Uh,
don't. Please send us anything.
They can't hear you because your mic's all the way up there.
Please send us stuff.
But I would like you guys. Oh, someone new.
Andrew failed.
You're right, Dexter. You were right. Andrew does
Wow.
fail. Co-host Andrew does fail.
I know who you are. I will get you back for this.
But come on, give us another game. Give us another game. One quick game. Come on. Send us another game.
God, no. Lol.
LOL, not LOL. Anyways, come on, guys. We want one more. We need one more. That's all we're asking for. One more.
Oh, God.
One game.
But he's not a co-host. Be kind, Arthur G's. But he's not a co-host. Be kind, Arthur G's. Thank you. Ooh.
I know who you are too. He's the co-host. You know it too.
Oh. What? Wow. Oh wait, no one could hear me during that moment.
I am sorry for my co-host today.
I'm not a co-host. Did you not just hear the text? He's not a co-host, Arthur. Be kind.
Anyways, we have 1 more minute. All right. So this has been a 45-minute video game update. I think it went quite well. Text us or email us.
He's a host, you person.
All right. So next week we'll do this again. I think it went well. Talk to me or Andrew.
Nope.
Talk to me and Andrew about
Wow.
it. So we will see you next week on Video Game Update. Huh? Oh, not next week. 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now.
Yes,
April break.
be because of April break.
And we wish you a good April break. Have a good
See
night.
you next time. Bye.